we went out against a perennial powerhouse. I mean, this is a team that's won I don't exactly know how many, but as many national championships as any other team in the country. They're one of the most storied programs in history, and Russ Rose is my idol. I mean, he's one of the greatest coaches, been coaching for 40 years. So when you're going against a team like that the culture is not just winning, the culture is being national champions, and anything short of that is not acceptable. You can see a team that really is what they do when the chips are down, what they do when their backs are against the wall. They just find a way because that's what their program does. We're like that sometimes, and we want to be like that more. We want to be like that against teams like them in Georgia Tech. We just fell short a little bit in a couple rotations, but we did a nice job of holding some of their players down to some numbers. We got Narissa going tonight, hitting 455. Anne-Marie hit a nice 263, had a couple blocks. I think just when it came right down to it, if you look at the television timeouts at 15, I think we were ahead 2 of the 3, or we were behind 2 of the 3 only by 1 point. But I know it was 15, close to 15, 14, one way or the other. So, I mean, we're playing them point for point the first half. And then the last 10 points, we just got to find a way to close those out. Get to 20, that's the red zone, get to the red zone and score. And we're going to get better, We're just going to get better. There's just some mistakes here and there that we weren't quite at this point capable of taking care of. Or there's a momentary lapse of communication or something like that. But, that's going to happen. We just played a really good team, and I think we hung in there against them. We're not big on moral victories here, but I think the team should be proud of how they performed this weekend against 2 teams that are going to be top 10 teams by the end of the year.
What do you feel was the positives tonight? Like, can you name some positives?
Yeah, I thought our energy was great. I thought that execution in the first set was spectacular. And I thought we had a chance to win that set. And I think we had a couple breaks go against us. And a lot of teams would fold in that situation. And, they kind of back off emotionally. We didn't. We cranked it up a notch. And so I thought that was one of the things that went really well. Defensively, serving-wise, I thought we kept them off balance. The last time I looked at the stats, we were out passing them. We didn't have as many serving errors. We had a lot of serving errors, but we had to. We had to serve hard, and that means that we had a risk. So I thought, really the serving game was a positive. We kept them out of system a lot. They just have dynamic outside and right side hitters that can go up and take an out of system ball and still score with it like it's in system. So I think those were 2 of the positives.
Okay. I'm trying to see what else. How do you feel about not only the energy, but the energy from your crowd? How do you feel like?
Oh, yeah. Tonight was awesome. Tonight, I don't know. Kids, what do you think? Was the energy great?
Yeah.
So,
Really put up a fight.
Yeah. My son says Penn State put up a fight. He's right. I thought having the band there, having the crowd there, having Penn State's fans there, it felt like an Elite 8 kind of match in terms of feeling. Mm-hmm. Like a regional semifinal or a regional final. So it was really nice for our players to go through that, what that felt like. I don't know what the final attendance was. It doesn't say on here, but it had to be close to at least 1,700, maybe 1,800, the way it was filling in. So that's one of our largest crowds in history. And I thought the energy that our team received from the crowd was huge. And I thought the energy that our team gave to the crowd was huge, especially with some of those big blocks. Anne-Marie had a couple sticks that were huge. I remember Amber getting a block that was huge, and everybody gets all excited about a block that goes straight down. So there was a lot of give and take from the crowd and back to them again, and I thought that was a big part of the experience tonight.
One more.
Sure.
How are you guys still anticipating? How are you guys anticipating the season? How do you guys think of the season?
We really don't want to do that. I think we didn't even do that for this weekend. We didn't have an anticipation for the weekend. We had an anticipation for Georgia Tech, then St. John's, then Penn State.
Okay.
Now we worry about South Carolina and Clemson. So we really, I know it sounds so cliche by a coach to say one at a time, but that's really where we have to. We don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves. Right now we want to go back and watch film and figure out exactly where we need to get better, what rotations, what plays we need to run, what can we switch up, how do we get to be a better team, And then we use that against South Carolina,
Definitely.
you know, and Clemson. So, and actually we play South Carolina twice. So it's just, what can we learn this week from watching ourselves? What can we learn from scouting the other teams? And then we go back on the court and do it again. So my expectation is that we get a little bit better each day and then head up to South Carolina and display what we've learned.
All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.